The peace of the Lord be with you all, dear brothers and sisters, and I welcome you to this reflection on the liturgy of the 24th Sunday in Ordinary Time. On October 15, 1997, NASA sent a spacecraft called Cassini to explore, to probe our planet Saturn, which is in the outer part of our solar system. On the night of April the 12th and April the 13th, from 870 million miles away from Earth, the spacecraft Cassini snapped a photo of our planet Earth and its moon. Let us see together these awesome pictures of our planet. When I first saw this video, my first reaction was a feeling of awesomeness, a feeling of grandeur, a feeling of majesty, together with a feeling of loneliness. I felt so lonely, so tiny in that vastness of space. I felt so small. I felt nearly so insignificant. I thought how we are overwhelmingly small. We are a tiny speck in space. If our planet is so tiny, is so a tiny cosmic speck in the universe, we as humans, how do we compare? I continued then to delve inside my reflections about the fact that we were capable to spend $3.26 billion to send this spacecraft Cassini far off to the outer solar system to explore Saturn. It's a good thing. But we are not capable to probe and solve many of our problems here on Earth. We aren't, for example, capable yet of curing many diseases, illnesses that are killing many people every year, like many types of cancers, AIDS, Alzheimer, and many other diseases. We aren't capable yet to provide shelter to millions of homeless people. I'm not speaking only of Asia or of Africa, I'm speaking also of Europe. In our major cities in Europe, we see many homeless people on our pavements, under bridges, near churches, sleeping on card boxes. Because of our greed, dear brothers and sisters, we are succeeding but in changing our home planet's climate with disastrous consequences. As Pope Francis remarked when he was returning from Colombia in his last visit, he remarked regarding the Hurricane Irma, Jose and Katia, det trätt the Caribbean, det trätt Cuba and Florida. But we are capable, dear brothers and sisters. We are capable of killing unborn children, not giving them an opportunity as perhaps we had, an opportunity to experience love, to experience hugs, kisses, and all the joys of life. But adding insult to injury, we have legalized this killing. We are capable also of instilling hate, strife, physical, psychological, and verbal domestic violence and abuse, especially to the vulnerable, that is children, women, and the elderly. We are discriminating peoples because of their different race or ethnicity, because of their different religion, political views, social status, and gender. We aren't yet capable of solving the problem of hunger in the world, of malnutrition. The world is rich enough to provide from its resources to the 7.2 billion inhabitants of this planet, of this world. We haven't yet been capable to eradicate drug abuse. It's all about power. It's all about justifying feeling good, justifying that those in power did something to deserve it. We are not capable to resolve the problem of the refugees, which is growing out of proportion, out of hand. And the last example is in Myanmar, where people are left without a house, where thousands of people are left without a house, without a family, and without a country. We are living in an age of terror, not only of terrorism, but lately from the possibility of a nuclear conflict. We weren't able to stop fighting. We haven't learned yet to stop fighting. After 2 world wars and so many other conflicts, we are still not convinced that war brings only destruction, desolation, pain, and ultimately death. War is not an option. War is not the solution. We have invented more devices to destroy life rather than to preserve and to save life. Dear brothers and sisters, notwithstanding these negative aspects, I said to myself, wow, Jesus, whom the universe cannot contain, came to us as a little child, came to visit our tiny cosmic speck, our world. He came to teach us how to behave towards one another, how to relate to one another, and taught us how to live in justice, peace, and ultimately in harmony. In this week's Gospel, Jesus gives us a great tool to attain this fellowship. One of the greatest acts of love is to forgive each other, as Jesus told us today, from the bottom of one's heart. The first reading urges us not to take in our hand vengeance, because it instills even more hatred, but urges us, the Gospel urges us to be merciful as our Heavenly Father. St. Francis of Assisi, in his Canticle of the Creatures, praises those who forgive for the sake of God, for the love of God. And he says, "Praise be you, Lord, through those who grant pardon for the love of you." Dear brothers and sisters, each and every one of us must do his part, beginning from his small work, that is, beginning from oneself. God did his part. He forgave us, and to show us, to give us proof that he hath forgiven us, he sent his only Son, and Jesus Christ on the cross is the ultimate proof of God's forgiveness, of God's pardon, and of God's love for us all. The greatest journey, dear brothers and sisters, wasn't that of Cassini's spacecraft. On the 15th of September, Cassini's spacecraft will be obliterated onto Saturn. The greatest journey is to the depths of our own heart, because the heart is the seat of all wisdom. The heart is the seat of every decision and is the seat of love. I hope that when we send another probe, another spacecraft from Earth to explore other distant worlds, the light blue cosmic speck will still be there in the photos that the future spacecrafts will snap. May the peace of the Lord be with you all, dear brothers and sisters. May God bless you and keep you in His loving and tender embrace.
We praise you, Lord, for Sister Earth, who sustains us with her fruits, colored flowers, and herbs. We praise and bless you, Lord, and give you thanks, and serve you in all humility.